We are. G'day. Are we live?
Hey.
Yes, we are live. Hey guys, Danny D, your boy here, aka Alaktrician Man, doing our first YouTube live stream, but also simulcast on Facebook. All about drip, all about crypto, all about anything crazy that can happen on a Sunday. And I got some awesome guests with me. So I hope you tune in and watch. Feel free. All about crypto, all about anything crazy that can happen. Oh, hang on.
You got
some echo going on.
Yeah, no, that's only because I've got it running on my other side. But anyway, that's sorted out now. We got 3 people watching. This is awesome. Anything crazy for a Sunday. So guys, I've got Folly, Daffy, Lucky DeFi, and my best friend Paulo in Australia on the stream with me. And they're gonna just say a quick g'day first and introduce themselves. Folly, go ahead, brother.
Hey, hi guys. My name is Folarin, and an everyday normal person in Drip Network and crypto generally. Got it on pre-sale with those in the Drip DAO group, and it's been bliss all through.
Yeah,
there you go.
Awesome. Nice one.
Daffy, go ahead, brother.
Hey,
Irish connection.
Yeah, it's actually 3:15 in the morning over here, so it's really early for me. But yeah, again, like all the guys here, I'm a regular guy, but I do YouTube on the side as well. You'll probably be able to find that. I'll put it on the descriptions below later on with Danny. It's Irish Wilds, so I do everything bushcraft and fishing.
Nice.
So just thought I'd plug
Irish
that in
Wilds. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna create that little banner right now. Lucky, go ahead, brother.
Yo, what's up? This is Eric. Yeah, like Folly, we got in pre-sale. I remember Folly when you were giving shit to BT in that call. I was on there. I heard you, man. I heard you. So yeah, no. We were, so we've been in the DeFi for a while. I've been involved for a few years. That's actually my business too. We're in the blockchain developer space. So we're doing a lot of big things here in the Philippines, on this side, Asia Pacific. Gone to DeFi for a few years now and just loving it. And this is exciting times. This is where we could really help people. And, we on nonstop, just like Danny, nonstop helping people set up, earn dividends, live off dividends, right?
Yeah, some bastard told me this is supposed to be passive income, man. It's not passive income for me.
sorry, buddy.
It's all good. All right, Paulo, my best mate Paulo over there in Brisbane.
Well, Danny, what can I say, brother? Thank you very much for getting me into crypto world, mate. I've got no regrets, eh? First couple of days, 3 days, I tripled my money. So I thought I'd, put in some more bucks in there, try to get ahead. And, looking at a bright future, brother. That bright, I got to wear shades, eh? So super happy. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Still learning every day. I don't know it all. I'm just an average Joe blog, wanting to make a better future and leave something for my kids.
Yeah, man.
Here I am with you guys. I'm very blessed, feeling very blessed. Thank you. Hey, Danny, Polly, Daffy, Lucky.
Man.
Glad to be aboard, What can I say, eh? What can I say,
brother,
mate? I'm super pumped,
Yes.
Super pumped. Bank accounts ticking away. Tick, 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 tick. What can I say? On top of the world. Thank you.
Oh, man. Hey, thank you for being with us, brother. I can always count on you to be there. And, it's amazing how this thing is changing our lives quite dramatically. It's really good. And where it's going to be, like a year from now, or some of us already, it's happening for us now. It's just absolutely amazing stuff, man. And if people are not on it, well, guys, do your research. Get on it. Get on it. This is the present and the future. Only big things from here on. So there you go. Anyone that's watching, please, use this as if it's like an AMA. Ask me anything or ask us anything on here. If you want to know anything about drip or, just general stuff, we'll try to answer it as best as we can. So please don't be shy. type in a message in the chat there or a comment in the chat, and we'll answer it as best as we can. So there you go, gentlemen. This is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's all good, eh? Looking good, brother. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, Folly, did you share this on the main drip chat?
Yeah,
on
I
Telegram?
just did now.
Okay. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
We should get a few people on here. Yeah. Man, like Daffy, super pumped with your guys, like the Romanians. Romanians.
Man.
Yeah.
Super pumped. They're super pumped to come in, man. And they came in quite small, but then again, everybody's like that, you know. Everybody came in at a small amount, and they're already pumped. One of the guys, he's pumped that he's over a certain threshold, and it's very small, but he's very, very happy about it. And he's just like, man, this is really working for me. I've already like tripled my money. It's great. So, you know, it works, guys. If you haven't started, you know, jump in, come in, and you know, see for yourself.
That's it. I think the most beautiful thing about it, I mean, for those that are watching that are not super familiar with what we're talking about, most of it that we're talking about at this stage is the Drip Network. Okay, I won't share the screen right now. I will later on, so people get a bit of an idea about it. But yeah, you can also go back and watch my other videos, and you know the other guys' videos, or search Drip Network on Google or YouTube, and you'll see a whole heap of stuff come up. But yeah, basically, you know, it's a way to generate passive income, you know, 1% per day, and then compounding, etc. It's fucking amazing. Hey, yeah, it's my channel anyway. I can swear if I want to.
It's your party, brother.
and the good thing about it, I mean, you can see right now we've got people from all over the world, you know, and our team, like my particular team, look, the community is awesome because we just bond together and gel together, even if we're not in the same teams. You don't have any of this bickering or fighting, or, you know, like Folly and I were on totally different teams, you know, but we're in touch with each other. Like, you know, every week we'll have drinks on Fridays, and, you know, all via Zoom, and it's just great fun. So the community is strong, community is solid. And you know, like for my own particular team with Lucky and Daffy and Paulo, I mean, our team is expanding out all over the world. We've got US, we've got Canada, we've got India, Africa, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Romania, you know, New Zealand, and that's just all over the world in such a short period of time. So yeah, super exciting stuff. Guys, go ahead if you want to say anything.
Good time.
I mean, earlier today I was just sharing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just sharing how the Reservoir could also be a good play, but maybe I'm going to be talking on that later. But apart from drip changing lives, like being in the Reservoir could also be very good too, because we need custodians in this space. We need people to hold the fort. Because the deeper and the stronger the liquidity, the lesser the fluctuation in drip price. When people do daily transactions, drip is doing what it should do, and that's creating passive income for people. And apart from that, I think it's doing more than that for some other people, like Danny. Anyway.
And you.
Yeah. But the way drip is set up in such a way that you could get a lot of activities on a particular day. So all of those activities could lead to a massive sell pressure, a massive buy pressure, or whatnot. But what you want to do is you want to make sure there is not so much price impact on the drip token, because that's what we earn every day, and that's what we give value to, or we take value out of on a daily basis. And the only way I know, with all of the things I've done with DeFi, I've known that liquidity is king. Liquidity is king in your conventional banking sector, in decentralized finance, in any financial instrument at all. So let me give an example. Like, there are some banks in Africa that they've got very strong and deep liquidity, and that's what actually gives them the value proposition that they have. And people tend to invest more with such kind of bank. I don't want to go into a bank and they tell me I can't withdraw my money. they've
for
lost
sure.
they've lost 1 million customers because I will go out there and tell people, nah, don't go there. If you go there, they're not going to give you your money. But for some other banks with strong and deep liquidity, I put in 5 million. I want to get my 5 million naira that same day. I go there and I'm able to pick it up. It gives me that confidence, and I'm going to tell other people about it. I'm trying to actually try to compare that with drip. So the more people come into drip and see that, oh, the liquidity is strong, whales are coming in, smart money is coming in every day, and they're not really affecting the price even if they sell, more people are going to come into drip. And the only way to do that is for those that are OGs. And I like Forex. In the last interview that he just promoted, that he did a month ago, he said he likes to incentivize OG investors. What most DeFi has done is they create another token, a secondary token that actually dilutes what the OG investors have put into the whole ecosystem, and that's very bad. So he said he will never do anything that's going to actually make disincentivize the day one investors. And I like that when I heard it. So on our part too, I mean, apart from making money from the reservoir, we could be custodians by just putting in a couple of BNB into the reservoir to really make this liquidity strong and deep. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. The summary.
Yeah,
I totally agree. I totally agree. That should be a strategy. I mean, and the great part is just by putting something in reservoir, you're also getting dividends on that. It may not be, the 1% a day. However, you know that you're supporting the ecosystem. You're solidifying the foundation that this ecosystem is built on. So reservoir is definitely it should be part of everybody's portfolio as well. If you want to call it portfolio, you're actually supporting the network and still making money off it. So I mean, it's a win-win-win, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely how Forex is a well-respected developer right now. There's a few really good developers out there. Forex is definitely one of them. I didn't know too much about him in the early days, but definitely know him now. Good guy.
Absolutely.
Shout out there.
He's making waves. He's definitely making waves. And isn't that a beautiful thing to have something like Reservoir built into this platform? Right, built into this opportunity.
I agree.
So the community themselves can actually help contribute to the price.
Yes. And that was actually one of we want to talk about a project from before, not too long ago. This is something that I messaged the developer at that time a while ago. This was early this year, I believe, because that's what was missing. That's what I found was missing. There's no support on the other side. So you do the calculations, you see how many tokens are going to be minted, and so it wouldn't make sense. Hyperinflation, it definitely is going to come. However, if you start, you need another side to support, just like Paulie was saying earlier, right? So I'm happy it was already built in. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised when I was during the pre-sale and we talked how this whole thing's going to work out. It's working way better than we all anticipated, which is great. And this is strong. This is one of the first things we promote. As you know, Danny, we help our teams and our groups just make money off decentralized finance programs, and Drip is one of the first. Set what you need to do in Drip, and there's other programs out there, great ones, but definitely Drip.
Yeah, for sure. Daffy, give us a bit of insight on what's happening with you, man, in your end of the world there now with your team.
Hey, he's just getting rich, that's all.
Oh man, getting rich passively. Like Foley said there, I wanted to just expand on that. Yeah, Reservoir is great, and if you compare it to the banks over here in Ireland, and I can only really speak about the banks here in Ireland, I always talk about how you can put money into a bank and how much you would be making from it, and compared to what we're doing and hyper compounding. Now, obviously, in Ireland over here, the most that you'll probably get for a savings account will be 2% for a calendar year. That's 12 months. So generally, if you put in, let's say, €100, at the end of the calendar year, you'll get 102. you know, the 2% added on. So, you know, and this doesn't even, it's great, you know. I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, it's not really worth your while if you're going to be doing that in small amounts. But the one thing that they don't really tell you is that you have quarterly fees as well. And these quarterly fees are generally anything from €5 to as much as €50. The latter normally happens in the fourth quarter. But to keep it all simple, I say to my guys, look, if you put in €100, you'll get your 2% at the end of the calendar year. But let's just say that you get deducted for every quarter 4 times €5. That's €20 that they've taken away from you. So in actual fact, you've actually lost money by putting your money in the bank. But what we're doing is we put in €100, we get a dividends of what we've put in of €100, 1% every single day. So, you know, that equates up to 365 days in a year, and we're growing by 1% every single day. So that €100 suddenly at the end of the year is €3,153. You know, there's nothing else out there with the banks that you can do through actual centralized finance that will do an expansion like that. It's crazy, and you'll be crazy not to jump in on drip. You know,
absolutely.
And there's always going to be skeptics. There's always going to be questions of, oh, where's the money going? But I'm sure that we'll get into that. I'm sure that we'll discuss it in greater detail.
Yeah.
And you talk about price too. I mean, you know, price has been an issue for a while. However, if you look at it that way, take that €100 example. If you were to hydrate, it becomes 3,000 whatever. Now, even if the price dropped 10 times, right, you'd still be way ahead with your
absolutely.
100. So, I mean, I think people are too focused on the actual price when in fact you're really looking at the token amounts and how that is increasing at such an outstanding rate. Where the price, it doesn't matter where you move, right?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter where the price really goes, right? Because that's not the main. Like I always say, it's not a speculative game. However, yes, you do want to play that when you're entering. You want a DCA or dollar cost average as you're getting in and also getting out, right? So I mean, you know, it's a strategy. It depends on you. However, but going back to what you're saying, yeah, you know, putting €100 into an account. I mean, what are you really going to get in the bank? Compared to putting it in a program like this, where it really doesn't matter where the price goes, you're going to be way ahead, 300%, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. People will always worry about where the money is going because when you put something in, you're wanting that. Everybody will have that trader mentality of going in and trying to make a quick buck.
Of course.
And the way that we look at drip is we are looking long term. So anybody that's joined underneath me, I say to them, look, hydrate this. Like if you come in at a small amount, or if you come in at a high amount, let's say 100 coins, then yeah, you can hydrate every single day. But don't even worry about that. You know, until about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, and then you'll see the benefits of it. Whatever you put in, I guarantee you, in 2 years, you will be pulling out more than what you've invested into it.
Absolutely.
100%.
And it goes back to that analogy that I use a lot in regards to explaining drip and people talking about, oh yeah, but I can't get my money out straight away or whatever, you know, that money I've put in, it's, you know, I can't touch it straight away. Guys, anyone that's watching, again, I'll give that analogy. Look at it as if it's a tree. Okay. Look at it as if it's a tree, and that initial investment, that deposit that you put in is fertilizer. Okay. It's fertilizer. It's like if you have a tree outside there, you put fertilizer into the ground, you can't get that fertilizer back. But what it does, it becomes part of that tree and helps that tree to grow, and you reap the rewards by claiming the fruit. Okay. The big difference with this tree that we're on, which is drip, is that you can actually claim fruit from day one if you want to. All right. So, you know, that's at 1% a day, and then even bigger than that when you compound it. So yeah, man, it's like, it's freaking fantastic. What else can you say about it? You know?
Yeah. It's changing people's lives. And again, you'll be crazy not to come in. Even if you just go in on Faucet and you only focus in on Faucet. That's great.
Yeah.
You know, come back to me in a year and you'll be happy.
Absolutely, mate. It's changed my life, Danny, as you know.
Yeah.
I've had a family emergency, you know, didn't have cash and needed to pay for a plane flight to Darwin to go to a funeral and all the expenses that go along with that, as you know, mate. Was there for a week. Drip's paid for it all.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's still not working. It's still paying for it, you know. So, yeah, look.
Stories like that make me happy, man.
What can I say? You know?
Yeah, man. There's a real life application there, right there. You know.
Yeah.
It works, guys. If you're not jumping on, jump on, you know, Drip, mate. You need to be there. Folly, you know. Look at this guy. Legend, right up there. Cloud nine.
Let me quickly even say more thing about the reservoir in terms of the dividend that Lucky DeFi. You said Eric, yeah? Can I call you?
Eric, yeah. Eric.
Yeah, what Eric said about getting dividend on top of helping the ecosystem. It's actually very possible that you make 30%, up to 30% of money on day one of getting into the reservoir. I'll explain. And that's because, so it could be better than Faucet sometimes, not all the time, very rarely. And that's because being in the reservoir actually is dependent on the activities of people coming in and going out.
Yes.
So being at 602 players right now, like if we get to about 2,000 players, you that got in when you were at 50 or 100 people, you might have ROI twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's based on money coming in and money going out, and you're getting 10% in and out of that, or you're paying 10% in and out of that, whether you're coming in or you're going out. Now, why that is good is because somebody could just say, okay, you know, I'm a very big player in Drip, or no, I'm not. I don't even want to get into the Faucet. I just want to help the ecosystem, or even Forex himself. Could just pump in 2,000 BNB into Drip. Now, he's paying 200 BNB in rewards that was going to be shared based on your pool share.
Right.
Yeah.
That can be massive. That can be massive money for you, even if all you put in was 2 BNB. Because based on your pool share, maybe what will get to you will be 1.5 BNB.
Yeah.
Very possible.
That's right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
correct.
once this big player starts to understand the power of reservoir and the fact that, man, it can actually be something that could make you ROI in a few days, and everything is going to be bliss from there. Then apart from that, like I was telling somebody earlier today, like it's only a plugin. I mean, Eric is a blockchain developer, and you understand what I'm saying. All you just need to do is to say, okay, I have this farm, I have this NFT game. Let 3% of my transaction, let it go to the reservoir.
Yep.
It's a simple plugin. Like you just send the fees there, and let it pay off everybody in the reservoir. What are you trying to do? You are trying to decentralize the liquidity for people to earn if they put money in. And what you've also done is you created traffic. People are going to want to go in because now there's more incentive to wanting to join the reservoir. So that's another thing. Forex can just wake up one day and just wants, because it likes to incentivize people that is doing something like that. And it could just say, okay, transaction fee from one of the NFT games or whatever, just let it go to the reservoir. And apart from that, because I think it has underperformed based on its own standards, just having 600 players in there right now. It might have thought it would be about 2,000 or 3,000 right now. So him seeing that number will be like, nah, I think I need to do more for reservoir. Then apart from that, when you're in the Faucet, you're only focusing on the value of Drip. But when you are in reservoir, you're focusing both on the value of Drip and BNB. Yes. Because if Drip goes up, drop goes up. If BNB goes up, drop goes up.
Yeah,
so
that's
at that stage where the value of BNB is rising against Drip, and people are so concerned, I'm losing money. Nah, you're not losing money, bro. Well, anyway, we can get to that later. But I think,
drop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think just to add to that a little bit, I think what you'll find is why there's less people in Reservoir than in Drip at the moment is because a lot of the people that are coming in, I mean, they're new to cryptocurrency and have only come in the last year or so. They're not really familiar with how things are working. And there's a lot of people that are still not having a big amount of money to put in. And the general consensus, you're going to put money into Reservoir, you need bigger amount of money.
You're looking at returns, correct.
Yeah. And so you've got the smaller guys that can't get into it at this stage. But those little guys that are in on Drip now, where are they going to be in 6 months' time? Right? Their accounts are going to grow. They're going to be getting dividends from Drip, which they can use for other things. But I'll tell you, there's going to be a few people taking their dividends from Drip and putting it into Reservoir. And I think that's going to make a big difference as well.
You should. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That should be part of your strategy. Correct. If you truly understand the benefit of Reservoir. And that's good we have guys like Foley here who can lead the way in explaining the actual benefits. Yeah, we need more like that. We need more like you, Foley.
We love you, man. We love you, man.
No, bro.
You're a hero, buddy.
Okay, remember the day you saw me with BT, like that was my best day flow.
It was. You're famous. You became famous from that. Yep. It's good. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Whoa, this is awesome.
No, honestly, like I made money in flow because I'm a very experienced OG when it comes to DeFi and all that kind of stuff. But man, it's cropped so many people in the community, and that got me so pissed. Like, and you go there and you're standing there saying, "I'm selling. I'm not dumping. I'm selling." I'm like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Mad.
Integrity plays a really important key in all of this, and especially from the developer side. So once you start, I mean, people aren't dumb, and that's the thing with some developers. They think the users are dumb when, in fact, like you said, we're OGs. Like we've been in the game for a while, right? We've been in this for a while. We know how it works. We know what's going on behind the scenes. So whatever you say, I mean, the biggest whale is selling. I mean, come on, man. We all know who the biggest whale. Like it's just. It doesn't make sense, unfortunately. However, it paved the way for programs like Drip, right? Correct. Just like Flow was just Tron Chain improved, and so everything's getting better, and there's more coming out. So it's a good time right now. So exciting, so exciting.
Oh, right? Totally.
Yeah. I mean, and what got me, I mean, helping people, of course, Danny, you and I talk all the time. I know it sounds really cheesy, but when you could actually help somebody who may or may not be struggling, but earn extra income. Like I always brag, my dad was my guinea pig. I used some of his funds that we earned from mining. I put it into different programs, and we tripled his pension in a matter of months. Yeah, right? Wow. With other DeFi projects. So just doing that for somebody, I mean, that's my dad. Of course, I'll do anything. Yeah. But helping other friends and other strangers earn real money and live off dividends to pay just 1, 2, 3 bills, all your bills, pay your rent or mortgage, right? I'm not talking about buying Lambos. I mean, everybody wants to buy a Lamborghini, but I mean, just a level of wealth and wealth building. That's an exciting thing. Now you have things like Axie that came out, NFT game that blew up in countries like the Philippines here and Venezuela and other countries because $500, $1,000 a month may not seem like a lot to some countries, but to other countries like in the Philippines, man, you can't, even as a nurse or some doctors or managers, they can't earn that money. So this is where it's exciting. Now we have another tool where we could help people build wealth from zero. People that want to get into Drip, I don't have enough money. I don't have $100. I don't even have whatever to put in. Okay, well now we have another tool where you could earn money from zero, right? Let someone else invest in the characters or whatever. You play it, you earn money, and reinvest that into other programs, right? Like Drip. And so that's what gets exciting. And then I heard Forex talking about building his NFT game, which is a little similar, but it's an NFT based game. So now if he's able to build it in a way where you do have, like in Axie, there's managers and scholars. The manager is the one who invests in the Ethereum to buy and then the scholars are the ones playing and earning the money. They don't invest in anything. But if he's able to do that and build that into the system, that would be very powerful because that's what created the adoption. That's why you got games like Axie blowing up, because now people are able to earn real money with crypto, right?
Without having to put in money themselves.
Without having to invest. Correct.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, man. It is.
That's the plan with the NFT game. So the way it's going to do it is going to make it a mutually exclusive ecosystem.
Yes.
So by that I mean it's not going to actually, it's going to create a game like, it's actually, let me think, it's about almost 60 to 70% done with the game.
Yeah.
But I think the major thing he's trying to do is trying to I don't want to say what's giving him issue. What he's trying to do is he's trying to make sure he pieces together how he's going to incorporate it into Drip, and and one of the like you said, one of the worst things to do with NFT gaming is to make sure it's a battle game. So because it's a battle game, you need to make sure it doesn't lag. That lagging is not there,
for sure,
and the transactions go as smoothly as possible and all that. So, and I know him; he pays attention to details properly. Like he likes a complete product. He doesn't want to release. He doesn't want to release his project and say, "Okay, we have about 1,000 roadmaps." He doesn't like that.
True.
And people start to expect all these roadmaps that never happen. So, he's trying to create a complete product, and I think I like that. That's another personality trait that I like in him. He tries to make sure something is perfect before releasing it. I think it took him almost 3 months to build Drip. It was in flow all the while, and no one knew. He was there seeing what works, what doesn't work, and was just patching it up and making sure everything went okay. And right now, we can talk about Drip for more than 2 days. Because of the way he has thought everything through and put the pieces together to make sure everything just helps the ecosystem and helps an average investor. So with the NFT game, I'm really pumped because remember, I think Axie is on Ethereum, right?
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
It is. Yeah. So you see, he has done it in such a way that if you don't have money, you'll be able to play the game. Because I listened to one of some of his interviews. If you don't have money, you can play the game and earn money. And then for the big guys, you can actually put in money and make sure these little guys play the game, and just buy up whatever they've what's that English now? Is it brood or breed? Whatever they've
breed,
brewed. So with that in mind, the big guys can key into the game, the small guys can key into the game. But the way it's important for Drip is the fact that you can actually breed these monsters by buying one Drip, to make your monster powerful, so that it lays some sort of egg that is awesome. I mean, nobody should copy, but this is what I've gotten from everything he said. So that's going to be massive, because imagine 10,000 players trying to buy one Drip each, or 0.2 Drip each. You understand? So that's
genius,
massive.
Isn't it?
yeah. I mean, even the biggest can say, okay, I want my monster to be the best. What does it take? It takes 10 Drip.
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Buy the 10 Drip and make it the most powerful of them all. And if 1,000 big players, which we already have in Drip right now, does that, and we get these small players in Drip, they get bigger as a compound.
That's right.
So they have more at their exposure to give out or to invest into the NFT game. So the point I'm trying to make is the ecosystem of Drip is going to flow into the game. And everybody that comes from the game will flow back into Drip. And that's awesome.
It.
That's
genius.
Powerful.
Powerful.
Absolutely.
Very powerful.
And again, the beautiful thing about that is that there's something for everyone, for the little guys to the big guys. And just to go back a little bit, and this is something I always say as well, for anyone that's involved in this, I mean, you can look at it in a few different ways. You can look at it as making the big money, like the Lamborghinis that Eric was saying earlier, or you can look at it, I mean, and that's all a possibility, but you can also look at it as just a method of survival, right? And how I did it, I mean, you guys know I live off this shit, right? So it's how I did it, and I say this every video, and I'll do it again now, is that set yourself one bill that you have to pay every month, and you try to meet that bill with your dividends. Okay, I'm not saying all of your dividends, a percentage of your dividends, because it'd be stupid to take everything out, but set yourself one bill, meet it this month. If you meet it this month, guaranteed you'll be able to meet it next month. So you add another bill, and then another bill, and then another bill. And before you know it, drip and these other things that we're doing is already paying for all of your expenses. So you have that choice, whether you're still going to work or you just continue to work, but have the dividends paying for all the expenses that you have. So it takes away your stress. You know, you're not having to stress about stuff. And if you can remove stress from your life, brother, everything else just starts falling into place, you know.
Amen.
And I think that's a really big factor that people have got to consider when they're coming into things like this, you know. And drip is one of the greatest things to be able to use to achieve that. And it is very, very achievable, you know, very achievable. And you can, you know, you treat yourself every now and then. You know, you don't have to wait for that big elephant at the end of the line. Just treat yourself along the way. I mean, I do it. I know Daffy's done it. Someone there's got a brand new GoPro 9, right? Black.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's come from drip, you know, while he's still building it. So,
so guys, it works.
It definitely works. But, you know, you're still going to get people that are skeptical. So, yeah, sorry to go off that tangent a little bit, like go off onto a different thing. But I just thought I'd mention that while I still remembered it. But, yeah, this NFT game, man, I'm going to be all over that when that comes out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're going to have your kids, your wife, and everyone jumping on that. It'll be great.
Yeah. Get all my kids. You better start playing. Right?
Yeah,
force them to play so you make
play
money.
Games. It's the first time ever that your parents will ever tell you.
Don't go to school.
To go and play a game.
Yeah, man. You know, I've got a phone there that I'm not using, and I'm specifically setting it up when this game comes out, and I'm just going to hand that around to my kids. Okay, that's 2 hours for you, 2 hours for you, 2 hours for you. Then I'll get my sisters-in-law, and here's another 2 hours for you, 2 hours for you. And just pass it around. That thing will be paid like 24 hours a day.
I was a bit not so there was a time I was seeing Forex in different groups, Dog Pound, DGen Protocol, Crypto Winner, and he was chatting with all of us, and it was cool. I love it, but I'm like, bro, can you get off your Telegram fucking and go build this game up?
Yeah.
So recently when he started to reduce his interaction in these different, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, just go, just build this game and let's get that daily excitement, you know, of people talking about the monster they've been able to breed, and how a lot of people, they've got about 20 people playing for them right now. I mean, that's another thing about it, like that daily excitement.
Yeah,
new people are going to come into drip and hear all of that and be like, oh wow, what are you guys talking about? I want to be part of this, you know. And they just get sucked up. They get sucked into the whole ecosystem, and they're like, oh, okay. And before you know it, they start to get into the NFT game, get into the Faucet, get into Reservoir, get into the whole ecosystem. And it's beautiful.
Correct.
That's what you want to do. You want to take the attention away from everything else and put it into drip.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's gonna happen organically.
But talk about organically. That's what's great about the games. You know, Axie Affinity. You know, I started to go back to Axie, but that was the first exposure to so many people into crypto. Like,
correct.
So they never experienced crypto before. But in order to play, you need to have your MetaMask. You need to have another wallet. So you end up doing the steps, taking the steps that get you into crypto, right? So now it's automatic. Now that you have your MetaMask, you can get into anything you want, right? But that was one thing that makes me very happy, because it's their first exposure, and it's something that's helping them earn money from it. It's not some rug pull that's done by. They're not experiencing that. They're actually experiencing how to earn by playing, by doing something. A lot of game theory, of course, it's a game, right? So now if we're able to increase the numbers of people coming in, and maybe their first exposure is not drip or this type of 1% a day type of program, but it is playing a game, something as simple as that. It's a real use case that everybody does, every day, but now they're exposed to this layer of decentralized finance, cryptocurrency, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Pretty excited about
Very
the new game. And the game the Forex Shark is bringing out. I said this to Danny there the other day. It's a mixture between Pokemon and Tamagotchi combined.
Yeah. Right.
So pretty excited about it because there's so many possibilities with it, and the fact that you can mine, you can go and attack other monsters and other people's things.
You can loot.
Man. It can
You can
loot.
You can loot.
You can loot.
It scares me.
Or
All of those
you
games,
can
I
defend.
suck at those games. Yeah, I suck at those games. I always
That's
get looted.
scary.
Scary.
Yeah, but that's why you do. You create monsters that literally just defend you from all of these looters, and it'll be harder for them to break through and loot your stuff. But if you defend, you'll probably end up taking some of their stuff while they try and loot you. It's great.
Yeah,
you know,
it's still fucking scary.
Yeah, so man, it's awesome. I mean, that's one out of many things he's trying to do. I believe even the farm is trying to launch because he likes Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm thinking if he doesn't announce anything in 24 hours from now that is done with the whole farming the development on the development side, he might actually try to finish it on Monday and maybe not Tuesday, maybe Thursday. He might actually do a race for the farm. Man, people love farms, honestly. Like,
I
was a DJ on farming on Polygon, and I had fun with that shit. It was more of a game for me because I wasn't even making much, but I just like that daily excitement of seeing one token go to 1,000, and I have about 200 of it, and I'm thinking, should I dump it or should I? Should I dump on people's head, or I should just do it in bits and pieces? It was more like a game for me than trying to earn money, to be honest. And with a tested and trusted farm like what Forex is building, man, people will be all over that shit. Like even from people that are never in drip, they want to get into it because I think it's going to create a separate Telegram chat for the farm. If he has not done that already, because
solid farms is what we need. Yeah. We need solid farms. We need solid farms.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I don't want to put my LP in any shit anymore. Like my drip is so precious to me. I don't want to put it in something I don't know who is behind it.
Correct.
Honestly, sure. Because I actually had about 30 drip bunts in what's it called, stable farms. But I mean, it's one of those things. But then again, I'm like, nah, I'm not participating in any farm I don't know. And that was my principle before now. Like if I can't, apart from my blue chip tokens like Cardano, Aaron Gold that I'm holding, I don't want to be participating in a project I don't know the developer. I don't know the personality of the developer. E-Good, for example, that's my principle. I invest more in the personality of the developer than the project itself.
Yeah. There's another good developer. I don't mind bringing him up. He has nothing to do with anything. But Blobby is also a really good developer. He developed Unit Power, which was it's ERC20. This is the old school, but Unipower has been steady, and he has Squirrel.finance. You guys check it out. Solid insured farms. So he's really, it's all about earning with integrity, right? And that's kind of his mindset. So he's a good developer. Check him out. Big ups to Blobby if you see this, but he's a really good developer as well. I've been earning steady income from that for a while, over a year, with his Unipower.
And that's the thing. Like if you've got integrity and you've got a good personality, like you're not gonna ever let your project die. Like, and that was why
correct. That's
you always revive it, even though things start to get a bit unsteady for you, based on the dynamics of how crypto works with high gas fee on Ethereum. But you still see the need to inject some sort of use case. And that's why I also like Forex with the RIP DAO thing, RIP token. Like it was dead, like nothing was happening with it. But then he used it as a DAO token, and today we are happy. I did the funny thing with I did the funny thing with RIP. I'm going to share with you, Eric. So I bought in at $6 before drip. Okay. Now after drip launched, and I got my 8,000 tokens. You know what I did? I jumped out immediately from the DAO group and sold off my RIP token.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I bought back in when it went to $3 recently.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
So,
so
the moment I knew,
good.
okay, we're back again on track with pre-sale and everything, I jumped back in straight up, like immediately.
Yeah.
$3.50. Now we are back to $10. So that's what I like to do with something like this. Like, man, I need to make sure I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It could go a good way, it could go a bad way. Yeah, you know, really exciting.
Exactly.
Lots of action.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of action. That's good. Yeah. I was curious to Folly. I was actually curious, and this is something you can share because you guys are building teams, right? And the thing that we're doing here is we're helping people create wealth through DeFi. And it's not about just because you have to refer somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, having a referral or a buddy system in place is genius because it actually helps build the ecosystem, you know, organically, right? It helps build the platform organically, but almost by force, you got to join under somebody else. But that's also a very, very positive thing. And now if it's not an MLM or network marketing type of program. However, it has those mechanics in there where you are earning the 10% and whatnot. So if people want to maximize that and utilize that as a tool to help build, you know, share it with other people and build their teams, and ultimately earn a little bit of you know, referral bonuses from that. Yeah, I know you guys on the screen. That's what you guys are doing, right? And it works. It works. Yeah. You're not forcing people to come in. It's ultimately their choice. Every time I explain Drip or other programs, it's like you could. Here's my link, right? But the best thing is you don't have to join under my link. If you just want to make money, just go ahead and make money, right? Right? But if you appreciate what the information I'm giving you and the information, you know, my training and whatnot, team building skills, so you know, here, use my link. But it's not by force. But I know that you guys have pretty big teams. Especially you, Mr. Foley.
Oh yeah, man.
Mr. Baker. Come on, man. So I was hoping. I don't know if you don't mind maybe sharing some tips or things on how did you start growing your team? How did you start sharing?
So personally, as you would know, I like to get in on projects early enough. Yeah. And if I'm in early, like to be very honest with you, like I had a friend back in last year. He was into Faucet. Okay, that was 100% MLM, and I told him, bro, I don't want to do something like this because I've done health living products in the past and all that. It's not different. The only difference is that now you're putting it on a blockchain, which is fine. But I don't want to be that. The only way I earn is just by participation. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is he had about 1,000 people in his network. So he made so much money, even though it was not the best of projects. And that's what I said. I'm never going to put 1,000 people under a project I know would die very soon. I'm never going to do that. But what I'm trying to pick out from what it did was, the moment anything like bankroll flow or anything that has to do with MLM, but it's not majorly MLM, comes out, it's going to hit the ground running. If everybody has performed well in Faucet, that's where I am. I'm at that point where last year, what date was that now? August 2020, a year ago, basically. I was just teaching people in Nigeria how to do crypto. Nigerians living in Australia, Nigerians living in the UK, Nigerians living in the US, friends, family, strangers, whoever wants to know about crypto. And my WhatsApp group got filled 6 months ago. That's about 257 people. Such that now I take people out of the WhatsApp to put new people in. Those that are passive, I take them out and put active people. So I had that network built, not for any gains, not for any MLM, not for anything. Just purely because I was interested in helping people understand crypto. As a space. And so when things like Flow or Drip came in, I mean, I don't have to build anything. It was already built. with good motive, with the best motive at heart, just to help people understand crypto. And I can tell you right now, more than half of my guys are earning what professors earn in Nigeria on a weekly basis, like easy.
Yeah.
So some of them are building houses. They are doing good stuff, and I'm happy for them. But the point is, the network was built, and I've always had this in mind that the richest people in the world build networks, while everyone else look for work. So that has been with me for the past 15 years. Like, if you want to make it in life, always try to build a network. And I have a list of 5 things I should be into: cryptocurrency, real estate, network marketing, internet marketing, and stocks at that time. But now I won't count stocks anymore. So I said to myself, cryptocurrency and network marketing is what Drip is about. Put your guys in. And even with my stuff in Flow, I was able to build a strong team too in Flow. Apart from the almost 300 people I have in Nigerians or wherever you are in the world, I want to join my WhatsApp group. I also have my 2 big networks too of team leaders that were in Flow. Because when you do right by people like that, man, you also hit the ground running with whatever you get into. So this is 2 teams now of almost a combined 800 people from different networks that could get into whatever you got into. So when Drip started, we just everybody, like I even given my preset tokens to start up, and that was beautiful. And right now we are 412 in that team. Then I have another alliance I did with everything I've done, and we're almost 1,000.
Wow. Good for you.
Almost 1,000.
Yeah. Good for you, man.
So most of the time it's about and right now I do it. I think I've done almost 2,000 Drip in airdrops to people.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
In my combined, I mean, it's just I'm making this much, and I understood that the only way to keep people is to motivate them. Giving people 2 Drip is not going to do anything to me. Like, it's just, and it can be worth the worth to them. So why not? Yeah.
For
so
sure.
That's my story.
Good for you. Great story.
No, that's awesome. It is. That's awesome. Really cool. Hello to Sale One or Saloni.
Sale One.
Quick g'day to you for saying hello. Thank you. I hope there's a few more people that'll comment on there. So it definitely means that there's people watching. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that is good. Such as us.
I
forgot we were live.
Hello.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
We talked about it last stream too. Building funds. Each account is like a fund, and now you're able to even create a small one for your family, for emergency, for people in need. It's almost like and you're continuously giving forever without giving anymore. I mean, once you ROI on that account, that money that's earning, sure, that's dedicated to whatever cause you believe in, and whatever you want to. Big Los, what's going on?
Yeah, g'day, man.
Big Los,
Seattle.
Big up. Best friend from Seattle.
That's one of your guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Eric? Yeah. Hey,
Ever
Big
since
Los.
we're tied at the hip, man. That guy's
Sweet
kicking butt over there. So yeah. Big up
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He'll be on the stream soon, for sure.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, as I was saying, and that's what this tool allows us to create, is not just personal wealth, not just helping other people make money, but even on a charitable side. Do it, because you, as we know, in the Philippines over here, there's many people that are really struggling. I mean, everywhere in the world, and even relatives and friends. You never know. Emergencies come up. We don't have universal health care. You gotta, and that comes up all the time, especially during this time, right? I mean, but if you have something that's just set for them, and it's just building. They don't know. They don't even have to know. Only when it's needed, right? You could just dedicate accounts to your children, to your family, loved ones, whichever.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now for my wife. They all have
your wife.
So, but I tell them to put in their money though, like, because my wife has this money in her account and is not doing anything. I'm like, you have a bank. Your husband has a bank that he can create for you. Come into my bank.
That's right. That's right. Actually, I created a really small account, and that's the one I show my wife. So I just, wait, this is all we're making. We don't have enough money.
Hey, she's watching now. She's
I love
watching.
you. I love you. I love you.
Now,
I
bro.
love you. I love you.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really beautiful part about it. You know, being able to set up accounts for your family as well. Like, I mean, I've got it set up for my kids, my wife, also my mother. My, you know, it's difficult talking with family about it. To be honest with you,
it is.
You know, family and so, you know, there's always that that level of uncertainty, right? When it comes to talking with family. And so, you know, like, to be honest with you, my other family, they're not on it. Okay. Eventually they will be, but I mean, my mother, for example, is one of my greatest supporters. And she loves it. And she goes, oh, you know, I want to do it, but because of, you know, pension, et cetera, et cetera. I said, look, Mum, don't worry about it. So I set up an account for my mum, you know, and that's just for her for the future. You know, she can do what she wants with it. But so she didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, just simple things like, you know, setting up an account to cover the kids' college fund later on, or things like that, you know, that normally you'd be stressing out. I mean, if your kid wants to go to the top university in the world and they have the ability to do so, that's going to cost you a pretty penny, man, to put someone into the best university in the world, right? So why not start establishing these little accounts now, which will cover all of that, and you don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to stress about it. You know, that on its own is so powerful, you know, absolutely powerful to be able to use it for that. And I think, I mean, you know,
I took 5K Australian of my wife, and I told her, I'm going to double this for you before November, December. Even if drip goes to $1, who's going to give you that? That's my bank.
Well, just to add to that as well, if you are planning to build your teams, it's always going to be the most unthinkable sort of people that'll be joining you. It's your family is always going to be the people that are the most. Your biggest skeptics will always be your family and mostly your friends. You know, even your close friends, they'll be like, not really sure. But when you just randomly drop it in when you're talking to somebody, like if you're playing the PlayStation or you're walking around and you hear some people, and you just talk to them about it and tell them about this, they suddenly go, huh. You know, and then they'll jump in, and that's how this has started for me. Anyway, it's just off the cuff, which is great.
True. Everybody has their own triggers.
I agree with 100%. Yeah, that's how you get people in. I mean, some of my Nigerian friends that $1,000 is like making them a millionaire. Like, so they join drip. They join drip. Flow? They join flow. I mean, it could be anything with about $50. And then they started spreading their referral link everywhere on Telegram. And one guy came from nowhere and dropped $15,000 on their referral link.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
The guy ran for almost 20 kilometers on foot because he was so happy.
I can relate to that.
It's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, he was so happy with it. I think he's set for life right now. I'm sure he's set for life.
Good for him. Good.
And look what happened with Brandon Drip Guide.
Yeah.
Anonymous whale, $250,000 underneath him. He didn't even know who the guy was.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Know. And you 10% referral reward. Woo! It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah. That's what I meant earlier. You could play that game. You could play that side of the equation where you are taking this, which it's already built in and it doesn't cost anything, but you could then do internet marketing, right? You know, properly spam the chats out there. But you could take this, put in one drip, and then use that as a way to then refer other people. What you're referring them into is something that's solid. You're not selling anything, you know, scamish or you know what I mean? Yeah. It's something that ultimately helps people make money. I mean, what better product out there is it? You know what I mean? So is it?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, man.
And
you gonna say something?
Because the word Ponzi has been so the Ponzi whole scheme and everything has actually eaten deep into a lot of people's mind and the very bad reputation it's got. People,
Correct.
Yes.
people stop to see that the whole world revolves around MLM. Like, I go to a good hotel. I love their services. I tell you about it. That's MLM, bro. Like, that's multi-level marketing
true.
without being
That's true.
paid. I'm not paid for it,
Yeah.
but I did it regardless.
True.
So if I'm giving you an incentive to do that, I mean, it's still our normal life. That's what we do in normal life. I go somewhere, I like it, I tell you about it.
That's right.
You understand? So when I tell people about drip and they go, oh no, that's Ponzi, that's MLM. Nah, I'm not doing MLM. I'm like, bro, you have to understand something.
Well,
MLM is what you do every day without being paid.
Correct. I mean, it's different from saying, hey, this is a great restaurant. I ate there. It's really good. It's a good movie. Check it out. This is a little different where you're talking about 1% a day where people are like, get out of here. 1%. Right? So I can understand how, people would think it's a little Ponzi-ish, right?
So, but I mean, you go to this big group and you're like, because some of us have foresight. We'll be like, cryptocurrency is good. MLM is good. When it's combined together into one piece, it's awesome.
Yeah, powerful.
It is
powerful. Yeah, and people don't see this, and people will start to see it later because at the end of the day, a lot of platforms like this is going to be built because that's the only way that could actually even create a global adoption that we're talking about. Because how is Lloyd's Bank in the UK the best bank is because of MLM.
Yeah.
A lot of people have used their bank and they've seen how beautiful they are, how good their services are, how deep their liquidity is, great, and all that. And that's where everybody go to right now.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
the thing about this as well, guys, is that when we're talking about drip, man, I can talk with people about drip very comfortably. There's nothing to hide, right? There's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
There's like, I don't have to feel anything. Like, you're not selling anything. It's not like me trying to promote some kind of MLM. I mean, I would never have done my live streams or any of my videos based on MLM stuff personally. Okay. Well, Eric and I, we go way back in regards to MLM. Okay. Yeah. I headed up my own MLM company. Well, not my own, but with partners in it. Yeah. We built it over here in the Philippines. Right. So I know about all of that, but with this, I've built conviction in this and I know that I can literally help people, and I have no problem speaking with someone about it. And I know that I don't have to push it either. If it was an MLM thing, I would say, sure, I built great teams with MLM before. But the thing is that sometimes you don't want to talk to people about it, because of the stigma around MLM. This is different in the way that, dude, this just helps you. Okay. And you guys see it, the guys that are within my team, you guys see when I'm speaking with people, again, I've built conviction in this. And it is really about helping people. I spend more time dealing with people that are not my directs. And the guys there can testify to that. Yeah, man. I spend most of my time with that. And that's not because I'm going to get that instant reward, bro. No. I'm literally helping people, set it up in the best way that it's going to benefit them. Eventually, that'll come back to me, whether it's just from good karma or whether it's financial. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I've built conviction in this. I know it works, and it's definitely going to help people along the way. And that's why I spend all my time doing it. I mean, shit, look at Friday, man. We started off with drinks on Friday, 4:00 my time. By the time I finished, I was talking with Daffy's guys, Romanians and Irish, etc., until like 3:30, 4:00 in the morning at my time. So I did 12 hours straight drinking the blue drinks, which I'm not going to do today.
Papa Smurf is not coming out today.
It's your day off. It's your day off. Yeah.
It has to be, man. Like it just, the blue drinks are freaking awesome, but you can't do that every day. That's why I'm not doing my videos every day anymore. It's got to be every couple of days because it's expected for me to have my blue drinks, man. Oh, dude, imagine that every single day doing my blue drinks, man.
Man. Crazy. At the end of the week, you'll be an NA. You'll be an NA.
So again, guys, having come from an MLM background as well, I do understand, about building teams and about helping people, and this is why it's super important. I mean, Folly and I, we've spoken about this, and Eric, actually all of us, we've spoken about this. When it comes to building teams, it's really important to build teams of team leaders. And that will, you know, with the same kind of conviction and the same mindset as you, with the true fact that they want to help people. And I think that's going to be, you know, biggest factor. If you look at it, you go back to
good leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it just goes back to the old adage of like, even with sales, right? 80% of your income comes from 20% of your people. Yeah. And it's the same with this. If you can build it up, you know, you're talking about building teams, you can build teams and you have a solid base of team leaders. That's what's going to give you 80% of your income. So, you know, and you help the other ones along the way as well. But yeah, so there you go. That's just my take on it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Great.
So now everyone's gone silent. Sorry.
I was just messaging people that they're seeing me on this live right now. That's why I was just messaging. It's so true. No, like we always say, great leaders create great leaders, right? And if that is your goal, is to find those leaders, and people don't even know they are, right? People don't even feel it. People say, I can't do that. But ultimately, the quietest ones might be the most successful ones. We've experienced that in many businesses, right? Especially in direct sales. And that's what really got me going, was when my parents exposed me in the early 90s. Well, yeah, that's how old I am. But in the early 90s, when my parents had a direct sales business in Canada, and they became, you know, without bragging, the #1 direct sales thing in North America. But I was blessed. I was lucky to be exposed to that. And I was around that. That's why I'm so stubborn. I don't want to work. I want to be like you, mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? So I've been like that ever since. So I've never worked since, right? And because you're creating opportunity. And you know, someone was talking about, you know, hunger and things that are going on in the world. And what was that? Oh, when Elon Musk sent his rocket out. And then you see all these tweets and stuff saying, well, this guy could play in a rocket while, Richard Branson, sorry. He could play in his rocket while there's, you know, instead of ending world hunger or US hunger. I'm like, wait, imagine how many thousands of people he's helped, how many families he's employed. So it doesn't take food to end world hunger. It takes opportunity. That's what I personally believe, right? Yeah. And so beautiful. And that's why this space is so exciting, because you're able to do it without having to go through the red tape of getting the perfect education, competing with all these people, giving your diploma or degree to somebody, and hopefully you'll be chosen for that job, and then your family is fine now. That's one family, right? But now with crypto and decentralized finance, like I told you, I'm excited to wake up, you know, early morning just to roll my $3 in my dividends, right? You know what I'm saying? Just because I got $3 dividends in one little account, you know, we have drip, we have all these exciting big ones, but I'm still excited about the small ones too, because that $2, that means you could help someone else roll $2, and it turns up to $4, $8, $16, and it just keeps compounding that way. So you start from somewhere. You could start with basically, you know, barely anything, and build true wealth. You don't see that outside the crypto space. So and those people, again, as I was going back to the direct sales, the quietest person became the #1 salesperson, and we had no idea. The person who's the most shy, you just never know. Everybody has their own triggers, whatever's going to trigger them to take that level up, right? So it's just a matter of planting the right seeds and, you know, just going at it. Do what we do. Do what you guys do every single day. You see the benefits already, right?
Right now, so people have actually approached me to give me $50,000, 10 million, 20 million.
Wow.
Invest for us. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not because I'm sure I could double that money in a few weeks.
Of course.
Honest. But then I'm at that point in my life where I realize it's better to actually teach people how to catch fish than giving them fish. So sometimes you appreciate it more when I tell you how to catch fish, because then I will be free, you'll be free.
Yep, correct. Yep. That's what we've been doing lately, because in Flow we were setting up accounts and we were managing dozens and dozens of accounts for other people. Yeah. And it's great. They're all making money, However, this time in drip on this side, people still ask me to do the same thing. I said, no, this time you do it, because once you do it, now you're able to taste it. You could taste the clicking of the a hydrate button, and then seeing how much you have to approve, and then seeing that approval confirmation. It's a different experience. And now you're able to taste it and experience it. Now you're able to share it and teach someone else how to do it, right?
Yes.
So it's a lot more powerful. Just like you said, Folly, teach someone how to fish, right?
Yeah. I mean,
that's
right
now,
I've got about 1,300 people in my team, and I don't answer to anybody. Like, I don't talk to anybody.
Let's swap.
Right.
Nah, it's all good. I have a great time, bro. I have a great time speaking with people,
You do.
It's fun. It's fun.
That's the problem. People say that's all you talk about. You only talk about it. Well, I mean, what else is there to talk about? This is exciting. Right? Yeah.
So I mean, it's that point where, and from what Daffy said the other time, like, I don't really find joy talking to my family about this. Because I mean, all they're gonna do is criticize what I'm doing, and I don't want that bad energy. So what I do is I just set up my team outside of complete strangers, like people that I've not seen before. Like my biggest 3 team leaders, I've never seen them before. I don't know what they look. I don't know what they look like.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
But we have this rapport, and when I get so because a lot of them was actually devastated with how flow went. But there I am, attending every single AMA that Forex does, and that's my own due diligence. That's how I knew your personality from the way you talk. I say a lot of things about Forex right now. People will be like, "Oh, how did you know that? How did you know that? How did you know that?" It's because I've listened to him time and time
You
again.
listen.
And when you listen to people like that, you can tell what they are and what they're about. When I bought into, Eric is gonna find this funny. When I bought into the pre-sale, I had 2 accounts that I used. So I dropped both accounts in the RIP DAO group. But the point is, I don't know Forex. I've only been in his project I've never been in any of his projects actually. Drip was the first, but I've heard of Drip and B-Rip through other groups that was so angry with him. But then in that bit of chaos, I was able to see how he treats issues, how confident he is in himself. And I put in 65 BNB in the pre-sale. Into a project, I had no idea what is going to happen with it. Like, I had no idea it's going to do this well. But by listening to Forex and how he treats issues, how he's so direct at telling you what he thinks in his mind. He doesn't hide anything. Like, he just tells you, "I'm not partnering with you. Get the fuck out."
And he's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Exactly. Yes, he does. And when you see him respond to questions and the way he understands the whole mechanics of how things work, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I was not shocked when he was able to piece together every part of Drip and put it together. Why don't we have a clone of Drip right now? He's too robust to copy.
It is. The calculations and the way he's done. Oh man, he talks about how the 10% tax or the whale tax, how it will eventually be impossible for someone to actually own, even 4% of the total supply. Like when he talks about, he gets real deep and he's thought about it. He knows what he's doing, man. He knows it.
Put it at that time, 65 BNB was about 80% of my portfolio. That was a big risk I took.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was.
Man.
I've taken profit from crypto, and I told myself, if it gets into my bank account, it's not coming back out. That's my principle. So at the time, my crypto portfolio, that was about 80% of it, and I'm putting it into a project I had no idea what it's going to do, but because I was able to understand his personality through listening to him, I put it in. So why was I even saying this? I'm saying if you really believe in a project, you can do whatever. Like, you can take that big risk, and that risk is paying off right now.
For sure.
For sure. Another good point there, guys, is educate yourself. Educate yourself in what you're doing. Yeah, do your research. Yeah,
Paulie's been in every AMA, right? And that's the thing. And we talked about it before. We all have the same internet. We all have the same browser that we're using.
Yep.
Right. So it's all there laid out. We're reading the same book. So it just depends on how ahead is one person, you know, in a chapter of that book than another person, or is a person even reading the damn book, right? You don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
So definitely, you know, doing your own research. We always say, you hear that all the time, but I think it's something that people take for granted or they kind of overlook because there's a lot of details that you have to be, you know, very specific details that are beneficial if you understand it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I know Paulie's done his research for sure.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Well, again,
I mean, it's the most important part.
Yeah, doing your research.
What's the worst case in drip right now? What's the worst case scenario?
Okay.
Well, okay.
Let's look at the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is what? The price is going to drop, and then the whole blockchain is going to die.
Okay, if BSC shuts down, I think that would be the worst case scenario.
What's the likelihood of that?
Drip, it's more of Binance. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the real risk is Binance, not drip.
That's it. But yeah, in regards to like price, okay, that again, that's the elephant in the room, isn't it? You know, people think about that all the time. You know, I had someone on my last video make a comment, and I've just left it there just to see whether people are going to give this person shit. But it was like, the drip is over. They were saying the drip is over, and it's gonna be pulled back. It's gonna get down to $11 or $12. We'll never reach the $22 or $25 again. I'm like, yeah, all right, man. You obviously don't fully understand how this works, you know.
You know, and it might not happen this year. How about next year or the year after that? The contract's not going to stop, right?
Yeah.
The amount of partnerships that are being created are just endless. I mean, Forex is moving like friggin' at high speed, right, to create different partnerships and other use cases. Even the thing with the influencers, right?
Yep.
That thing hasn't even barely started yet. I mean,
focus visual
use case of focus visual. I mean, you know, it may drop down. What if it drops down for the next year? Okay, good. I get excited when it drops and I know it sounds kind of, it goes against the grain, but when it drops, we talked about before, I have my dollar cost averaging set at both time and price. Yep. So I'm not just doing it every week. I'm not putting in extra money every week. Yes, I could stop right now without bragging. Stop right now, and even without business or whatever, I could just live off the dividends, right? Because we understand the game. We understand how you play it. However, I'm still not, because I have certain goals that I set, and every time I hit that goal, another goal has been placed, right? So I'm always dollar cost averaging set times, and when prices drop to certain levels, oh man, I'm eating it up. I'm eating that whatever price drop. You know, 20 was the last one. Yep, I definitely bought more then, because you know I'm waiting now. You know, 18 hits. Oh shoot, I'm there as well, right? So everybody's different again, but if you really truly understand the mechanics and the how it's really built and how it will benefit and increase through time, I'm not even looking at this year, right? Of course, we pay attention to price, because that's like we said earlier, that's what we take out. That's what we put in. We put in dollars, we take out dollars, right? Yes. But if you're able to strategically place it and build a strategy based around whatever the price is going to be, that becomes a fun. The game's more fun, right? I mean, money's it is a game.
Let me I know a lot of people is watching right now, so just want to put some values to what has happened in drip for me. It's crazy. 5 BNB at the time was about $35,000.
Yep.
I think right now I've got almost 11,000 drip tokens, and I've taken out close to 150K to diversify into physical, tangible assets.
There you go.
Yep.
So
that's it.
I'm just trying to buttress Eric's point. Like, your strategy should be such that when it so right now, when it drops to $10, I might bring about 20K and put into. I told them this from Friday. So it's just about perspective. It's about the way you see how things are going. I mean, some of us sold at 50 because we know, okay, that's too high now. Coming from $3 that I bought at, that's way too high. And you look at Trans. Sorry, I said Transcan. You look at BSC scan, and you still see these whales holding 12,000.
Yeah.
The moment I saw that, I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep selling until these guys also get out. So right now, because I've asked Forex twice now on a voice chat, I'm like, I'm looking at Transcan and I'm seeing somebody with 12,700 drip tokens. Another 4 guys with almost 8,000 drip tokens. Do you know those guys? I asked him.
Yeah, nice.
And he told me something. He was like, well, some of these guys are my friends, my personal friends that bought into the presale, because I checked those contracts and I saw that they've not interacted with it for more than 100 days.
Yeah.
Like they don't do shit with it. Like, So it made sense when he explained to me. He said some of these guys are multi-millionaires and they don't really do anything with these tokens. They just buy to support me. Yeah. And they leave the tokens there like forever. Like they don't even sell, they don't even buy, they don't even ask me what the price is because they believe in my project.
Yeah.
So most times they don't even need the money. It's just like you starting up something and I put in $500. I mean, I'm never going to check it anymore. Not because I don't want to make money, but because the only reason why I did it was to support your project. So such thing is actually a good indicator of what you should build your strategy around. Yeah. Because now you know there's 2 persons there or 3 persons that will never sell or will sell later. But right now that they've reduced to just 2 people now. So there's somebody holding 8K and there's another person holding 5.7. Yeah. That gives you more confidence that, okay, 80% of the ways are out now. We've just got this guy with 7982. And that guy, I check his contract, 120 days. He has never done anything with it. Yeah. That's right. So those are some of the due diligence that some of these guys should do and understand that nobody's out there that can drop the price anymore until they wait for another 100 days to gather that amount of token if you are getting 80 per day. Yeah. You understand? So I don't know why people are, anyway, we are different. And it's funny because some of us now, everything I have in drip right now is house money. Everything. Yeah. So worst case scenario right now, price goes to $5. It's about token count again. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Because the more your token count, the more you can get out of the system. Because it has gone away from the dollar value now. It's about how much of it you're going to have, regardless of the dollar value. Yeah, exactly. That's right. And that's why if anybody asks me the difference between drip and flow, I just go crazy. I'm like, no, don't even try to compare this.
Don't even try. Yeah, there's no comparison.
Yeah. But I'm still making money on flow.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but my point is, I cleaned out of flow from the very first day because I knew this guy is full of ego. Like he believes he can just brainwash people and say shit and go away with it. There was one day almost 6 months ago in September last year, I guess, or October, between October and December. Yeah. So I think he dumped almost 50,000 BNKR. And people were like, what just happened? And he goes, oh, that's fire sale. Those that are here knows what I'm doing. I'm like, are you mad, bro? You are the developer and you just dumped almost 5% of the top line and telling us we know what's happening. So from that day, I knew the kind of person he was. Yeah. So when I put in my money, I try to get it out as quick as possible. Right. Before it does his shit. So what I'm trying to point out from all this is that if you look at the person you are dealing with, you should know how to deal with it. If you look at the contract and you know the contract you are dealing with, you should know how to deal with it. If I have the opportunity to double my position in drip right now with extra funds, I'm going to do it because I've seen the person. Look at partnerships everywhere, like partnerships. And do you know he actually got into partnership with almost 6 farms? Yeah. Wow. But because they were so crazy, they were all about themselves, it put out of everything, almost everything. That's right.
That's right. And that's
So
the thing, man. Having confidence in someone that does that.
very difficult to do, because now you look at the time wasted with these people, time spent, and you are under pressure to deliver for your community or your ecosystem. But if you realize that it's not going to do anything much for your ecosystem, why do it?
Correct.
That's right.
I know a lot of people that will go with those partnerships just to, say, okay, I've delivered. Okay, I've done something for you. But he's so patient, and he looked at it, it's like, fuck it. I'm not getting into partnership with anybody again. Let me just do this thing myself.
Yeah.
And this
he doesn't
awesome.
have to. Yeah, he doesn't have to act on desperation, man.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Correct.
Man, it takes a lot of strong character to do the things Forex does. Very strong character. Oh man, it blows my mind. I won't even lie. That's the summary of what I'm trying to say. It blows my mind.
That's true. And it's funny too, because I know we take it for granted, but the knowing the developers in the space is something, again, in a layer that's outside the regular world right now.
Correct.
And so, like, for example, I told you my dad was saying, well, I don't see drip in the news, like in newspapers and stuff. I said, Dad, by the time it gets out there, it's already old. It's already done. So if you want, like I was telling Big Los earlier, I mean, if you want to consider it underground, we're in that realm right now. To the rest of the world right now, this could really still considered the underground, or the and now is trying to blend the two, right? Trying to take this underground into the real world, and that's where it gets exciting, right?
Yes.
So for people watching who are still thinking about it, and you don't know anything about Forex Shark, you don't know anything about the tokenomics and whatever. I mean, that's where people like us will kind of help, because we'll translate that for you. Right.
Yeah.
And you are talking about nerd code, like, making money off code. Right. But which is just boggles people's mind. People don't really get it because they understand traditional finance. Right. And how it works in the real world. You have to sell something in order to make money. Right. So it doesn't necessarily work that way here. It's totally different. So that was my point, too, is it's not something that's really known to most people, even the rest of the world. What's the community of drip right now? Only a few thousand. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
And even as traditional crypto investors, the hodlers of Bitcoin and, back in the old school, right? I mean, these guys are just hodling. They don't understand this concept of decentralized finance, right? How can I actually make money off what I'm holding right now, right? And earn even more. So there's, when we talk about tokenomics for different projects that we're doing right now, it's when it's given out to traditional crypto investors who are already in crypto, still they're like, what the hell is this? It doesn't make sense. Like, how is this possible? Right. And so there's a learning curve there and stuff like that. So we take it for granted, but we're in a good space, man. So whoever's out there right now watching and come from that background where you're a worker bee and you're just earning salary, and how do I get into crypto? This is something that's totally way on the other side. So just be prepared for that, but just know that it's real. It's happening.
Yep.
You got these people right on the screen that are literally living off dividends from code. From code.
That's it.
Right.
And the people that are coming into it, it's so diverse. So diverse, man.
Yes.
You've got the dishwasher to the former NASA scientist that are in it. You know what I mean?
Well, I saw
and
that
that's
article.
such a beautiful thing. Yeah, man. Kelly, I spoke with her, like Folly, we spoke with her. She's Kelly on the the Drip Australasia group. We spoke with her, like she'd only been in it for like 3 or 4 days. I think when we first spoke with her, we did that video call with her. And she just did that Medium post. Wow, man. She's onto it, bro. She knows exactly. Right. And so she's a
robust explanation and calculations. Damn, she's really good.
I mean, former NASA scientist. Come on.
That was such a hefty read, but it was so good. I think we should put the link for that in the description as well.
We should.
Yeah, I will when this goes live, because what happens when we end the broadcast, it goes up, and then I get to put a new thing on there. And actually, what you were saying earlier, Daffy, in regards to putting timestamps.
Yeah.
Hello, baby.
Hello.
Hello.
This is how you know it's unscripted.
What a cutie.
Yeah.
There you go.
G'day.
Hello.
That's
Or you're on
awesome.
mute, Polly. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's all good.
That's
But
good.
yeah, you know, it's fantastic, man. You've got all these different people that are coming in, and you know, from all different walks of life. So this is suited for everybody, you know.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, also, yeah, guys, Daffy, what I was saying earlier, you mentioned about going through and doing timestamps.
Yes.
You know, when this gets uploaded up there. So guys, I'm actually looking for someone. Send me a message for someone that can go through and watch this video later on and pick the points, and then I'll airdrop you some drip if you do that for me. I'm looking for someone to do that regularly because I'm lazy, man.
Yeah, we could be doing
You
that.
know.
I mean, get people set up. I mean, no coiners that want to get into drip. Give them 1 drip, 2 drip. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah,
get them
just
sometimes. Yeah, airdrops,
so
whatever.
that's it. Get on and message me. I will put a link. I will put a link to my Telegram or whatever. You can message me on there, and then we can go through. You can watch this video, and you can pick up the timestamps. And you know, when we're talking about specific topics, list it all down for me, and yeah, we'll get you on board if you're not already. We'll get you on board, and we'll send you some drip. You know, and I'd like to make that a regular thing. You know, so yeah, any of those guys that are out there, even the ones that are in the team or not in the team, I don't care. You know, we'll be able to do that. You can take some pressure off me. I'm on here too bloody long all the time, man. I spend too many hours doing this, but it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
I'm seeing drip on the street of New York on a billboard later next year, I guess.
Oh yeah, man.
Because it's gonna flow from South America to the Americans, or not the Americans, because I mean they share borders and all that. So they will be able to create this snowballing effect. That starts to spread into the nooks and crannies of the world. Because I was listening to Richard Arts recently, and he said there's only 61,000 stickers in X. I'm not still yet to believe that though.
Really?
Yeah, it says 61,000. I'm like, bro,
man,
started this like 2 years ago. How are you just 61,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is we are just 6,000 in drip right now, and I think we are gonna hit 61,000 this time next year.
Oh, I think so too.
I can see that.
It wouldn't surprise me, bro. It wouldn't surprise me.
So
you know,
I get a bit stoked when he said there are just 61,000 stickers in drip in X. I'm like, whoa, really? Or did you mean to say 610,000? I don't know. Anyway. but the point is, in drip right now, the moment we have 50,000 people staked in drip, we're already millionaires. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I mean,
man.
In dollars, because man, these guys are going to be coming in and they're going to be setting their goals too. They're going to be setting their goals to hit some milestones, and by so doing, the value proposition of what you are holding is going to keep going up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what will the supply be by then? You know,
that's correct.
No.
That's why savor the price now. Savor.
Yeah, man. That's it. You know,
when you can.
And that's a beautiful point. Being deflationary, right?
Yeah.
Being deflationary is freaking beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. You know, when that
it doesn't happen overnight.
No, it doesn't. But when it does, it will happen, and it'll happen in a big way.
There's no turning back. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing we also underestimate is the team competition. Damn.
Yeah.
That might be huge too. Because you're telling everybody, okay, the more you hydrate, the more you get.
Yeah.
You will not see one single cell pressure for that week.
Yeah. That's right.
That's true. It's very true.
We okay, it's also saying, okay, the more capital you onboard in a particular week, the more your team wins. Bro, people are gonna start selling body parts, bro. Like
I know.
Man, people start selling everything.
So
it's so funny. I was doing calculations probably a couple of weeks ago. I was just doing some hypotheticals and stuff, just looking at my figures and thinking, okay, I'm gonna, I should probably put a little bit more money aside so I can put some more in, And then my daughter comes into my office here and she goes, "Oh, Dad, there's someone out in the street." I'm like, "Why?" They want to talk to you. Someone was coming to offer me to buy my house. I'm thinking, whoa, okay. No, seriously, some random person was told that I was selling my house, which I thought about a couple of years ago. But now they turned up at the front there and said, "Oh, interested in buying your house." And I'm like, shit. No, I'm not going to sell it yet. But I got another house that I'm thinking of selling. So, hey guys, don't sell your house to come into this, okay?
Sell a kidney first.
Why not? No, don't do that.
But that's a true story. That's a true story. Someone turned up out the front and was offering to buy my house.
Unreal.
That's funny, man.
Is that a sign or what?
As drip's going down, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking around wondering what I can sell,
No,
Crazy.
what I'm doing now is either I'm hydrating or claiming to put into the reservoir. So in 3 days, I've been able to go from 0.1% to 1.5% of the push in reservoir.
Wow,
man!
Wow,
You're
going
amazing.
that aggressive, huh? That's good. That's huge.
That's beautiful, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
That's beautiful.
So the way I also think about it is the fact that I'll be locking up 100% in the faucet.
Yeah,
but I'm only sacrificing 20% in the reservoir. So it's more like a capital retention room for me, so to speak.
That's a good play. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Because again, if I leave those BNB in my wallet, I mean, I could be tempted to put it into rugmedaddy.com.
There you go.
I decided, okay, you know what? For me not to be tempted to put it into any rock pool or any of those kind of shitty farms. And what was that one again? World Wrestling Football or World Wrestling Federation? WWF. Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be Hulk Hogan anytime soon.
But also, look at that. I mean, in regards Reservoir, your rewards are in BNB. Dude, BNB is going to go back through the roof, man.
Exactly.
It's going to go through the roof, and the benefit of that to you. Holy shit.
I know.
That's what's great. It's not a one product or program.
Yeah.
There's many opportunities. There's many opportunities within the drip community that's happening right now. So that's what gets. You don't really need to move anywhere else for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Paulie. You're keeping the money within the ecosystem. Yeah, it's smart.
Because you trust it. So to speak.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I can count 2 people I trust in the blockchain space right now, myself and Forex for now.
There you go. That's a huge compliment, Forex, if you're listening.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But we agree, man. We're behind you,
to an extent, but man, it would be hard for me to put my money into anything that I don't know about right now. I was tempted about, but Ray Battertown. I mean, I don't know. He's trying to push it, but I don't know. I have no idea what his affiliation is with it. But it could be a good play, but nah, I'm not doing it. And that's why I'm not invested in X, because I feel like that's already way off the roof. Like a 32 billion market cap. What am I going to get out of that? Like,
right.
And that's why I tell people, like, why are you getting money out of drip to get into X? Are you crazy? Like, there's more momentum for you to climb up with drip than X. There's so much room to move.
True.
And if you're in the ecosystem, you understand this. So why are you taking money out of drip to put into X? Are you trying to do what everyone else is doing? What do you get out of that? People that were in X in December 2019, by December 2021, a large number of stakes is going to get expired. It's going to be payday for them.
They're
going to dump the shit out of that stuff.
They That's
so
it.
you look out for such key dates too in such projects.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
if you don't understand what you're doing, you get wrecked, and it's a cup of tea.
That's true.
If you do that. Anyway,
As far as I know, there's a lot of hexagons. There's a lot of hexagons.
I mean,
that are also eyeing drip. So that could be another thing, man. They could be dumping out of that in December and then dumping it into drip.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward for that. You know?
Well, Richard Hart is actually a very smart guy too, though, right? He's very intellectual. He knows what he's old school, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, with Pulse Chain, he did the same thing with Big Payday on Hex, which I experienced late last year, where I think I'm going to be earning this much, but hours before it's like, my earnings actually because he just dumps, like, you know, he just kills the liquidity and whatnot. So I mean, he did the same thing a couple weeks ago with Pulse Chain, right, with the sacrifice. So I mean, however, you know, with the Origin wallet and Origin address, there hasn't been a lot of movement, you know. So he's maybe protecting it in his own way, but at the same time, you're trying to decentralize it, yet you centralize it by owning the biggest share of the network.
Yeah.
So it's kind of,
I mean,
you know,
there's no way it's gonna sell. There's no way it's gonna sell his ex holdings. No liquidity to sell that shit.
Yeah.
And that's why it's transferring the liquidity as sacrifice. Into a blockchain that he hopes people are going to bring liquidity into.
Hopefully,
so that they can. Cash it out.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm still looking at it. I mean, you know, I sold most of the Hex. After that, I was just pissed off and said, "Screw you, Richard," and I sold all my Hex. Right? and then all of a sudden, but that was at 0.00 whatever, and now it's at like 12 cents or 14 cents, whatever. I mean, I there's no regrets. There's no regrets. Yeah, I put a lot of that into flow.
It's crazy. It's 20 cents right now.
Yeah. But
and that's what happens when a lot of the tokens are out of circulation. I mean, there's so much that can be done with drip. So you could create a contract that just burns drip if what's come to us, like just let 20% burn. But then the APY of everybody in that pool is going to be preserved for life, like, because you're capping it at the particular number, like 100,000 drip.
Yep.
So that means that pool is going to burn 200,000 drip. But then you're going to be earning crazy amount of whatever token that you want you are getting. I mean, so many stuff that can happen with drip. And I know Forex has the brain power, the brain cells. To think it through.
He does.
Yeah. So
we're lucky.
I can't. The problem is I can't actually talk to a lot of people like this because you've seen every angle, and that's why I brought up that question. What's the worst case scenario? Drip goes to $1. Man, I'm buying 30,000 or 40,000 worth of it. I'm just keeping it in my wallet.
Yeah.
Even with the bad actorship of BT, I still have about 500,000 Banker X, earning almost $80 per day. Like,
that's it, man. We're still making money.
Yeah,
exactly.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm not stressed at all. You know, wherever this price goes, man, I'm not stressed at all. If it goes up, it's awesome. If it goes down, it's awesome as well. If it stays the same, it's still awesome.
I'm watching it again. Exactly. I'm watching it closely. But on the other side, I'm not watching it closely and going, "Oh my God, it's going down." No, I'm watching it. Okay, go down. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit buy. I'm gonna hit buy. If you go down, go ahead. Right?
Yeah.
It's a different. Again, like you said, Paul, it's a different perspective. Same party, different lens, different camera. You're looking.
Yeah. I feel like some of these whales, they actually sit down in that drip price bot Telegram group.
Yeah.
I'll just watch. So they watch.
Yeah, just watch it. Yeah.
Price goes to $15, 100 BNB.
Ooh. Yeah.
50. Yeah. 100, 50, 100, 50, 100.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another point too. I think it's important. It's important to emphasize again the benefits having multiple accounts. Well, even more than one account. Let's just say more than one account, because you can do different strategies with different accounts. You know, and I think that's an important factor. Like, you guys know, I live off it, so I have one account which I use for my living. Then I have another account which I use for just growing the shit, you know. And then, you know, having these multiple accounts allows you to do that. So you're not milking one account dry, you know. I mean, the reality is when you're living off it like me and, you know, other people out there, right? You know, it's important. It's important. Yeah, you've got to sell some. You do. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I know someone made a comment before, I won't say who or whatever, but there was a comment about, oh, this is awesome that you're doing that. But remember that, you know, the power shifts from the weak hands to the strong hands. And, you know, you're enjoying it now. We're going to enjoy it later. Well, you know, reality is, man, I'm not stupid that I'm just doing it all off one account.
No, no. And
it'd be silly.
That's why I like that article that was written. The Medium article that was written. It's actually smarter if you're claiming. If you build a strategy to, like I said in the very beginning, you DCA in, you also DCA out, right? So you're playing that, and you should be claiming. I mean, it's healthier because it allows you to expand your wallets, right? It allows you to create other strategies around that. I mean, yes, there's nothing wrong. You could do whatever you want with it, right? There's nothing wrong with just rolling until the end of time, until you reach the 100,000 cap. That's okay too. That's your strategy. That's okay. But I as calculating it, and especially with the NASA-based calculations, it does make sense if you're claiming. Man, I want her to help us with some tokenomics. Can she? I'll get in touch with her.
Hey, we can get onto Kelly, man. We've got her direct on Telegram. That's all good, eh?
No. It's smart. It actually solidified, like, you know, the fact of the importance of claiming. Right.
Yes.
Actually, I'd love to have her. I'd love to have her on a live stream at some stage. I think that'll be good.
Sure.
We can tee that up. I think
we'll be quiet and just let her talk. Let her talk her NASA. Yeah, that's way over my head. That's good. No, man. Regards to her, she's knows what she did.
What I told Danny the other time is, like you said, I have different accounts for different reasons. The one under Forex, where I built my flow riders and flow retirement team, is was built for quick onboarding, fast track onboarding of everybody, because we needed to start the same day it was launched, before everybody in the team leaves. You understand? So that was good. That was good to do at the time. Then I add my account, my main account, under that account immediately, which is where I have most of my drip tokens. Okay? And why did I do that? I want to be myself's biggest referral. Like I said, I only trust myself. I don't trust the whole team to roll or do it, whatever. You can put it on day one and drain the account until they reach 65%. And then lock it out, and then, you know, just throw the account away. So, but in my case, what I did was, okay, I said, let me be my biggest referral. And true, nobody has been able to meet up with me when it comes to hydrating and all that, compared to my indirect on that account. Then there's the account I built with the alliance, and that was just, you know, just to get that alliance going and just get people into it, and that's where almost everybody is right now. Then I've got this smaller account for family. So different accounts for different reasons.
Purposes,
and the summary is because I understood the way it tax from day one. So right now, I'm not going to hit 10K on any of my accounts anytime soon because of that. Even my big account with the almost 7,003, what I've done is I'm claiming out of it and diversifying into anything that is better than drip right now, which there is nothing except for my tangible assets that I'm getting.
That's it.
Then I'm also diversifying to put into other wallets so that, I mean, they could get almost 10K at the same time.
Nice.
And not having to pay whale tax, you know, which is unnecessary. If you don't have to pay, why pay? So get them to 10K almost at the same time, and then we can then start worrying about whale tax at that point.
That's right. True. And the thing is too, the other thing about having those multiple accounts, bro, is that, okay, if you only had one account, you know, if you set this up and you only have one account, what's going to happen is eventually that's going to max out, and you would have been spoiled along the way. You know, oh, I'm earning all of this money. And if you didn't have a strategy to have other accounts, when you reach your max payout, all of a sudden your income stops. and then you're gonna have to start again. So it's just so much better to have all of these things happening right now while the price is low.
Holy strategy, you know, it's good.
Yeah, you know, exactly. So yeah, you know, at least you've got them all happening, and your income's not going to stop. So there you go for the guys that are out there watching and, you know, sitting there with one account at the moment. Take heed. Yeah, man.
Make sure to make more accounts, even if it's small. You don't need to roll it every single day. You can roll it every single month. You know, create yourself that step ladder. So when your first or your main account balloons, you've got the next one underneath it that you can start building on as well. You know, you can airdrop to yourself if you really wanted to.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Look at these comments. Okay, soon there will be, and the price will explode. Yes.
Man.
Yeah, shout out to you, XXXX.
Yeah. Well, that's not triple X, that's quadruple X, buddy. So that's like
one X more. Better.
That's right.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So hey, anyone out there that's watching, if you got any questions that you want to direct to us, there's quite a few people watching now. Nice. If you want, you know, please ask some questions while we're on here. We've been going for almost 2 hours. So it's quite a while.
Right. Oh man.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It's 5 o'clock over here.
I know, Daffy, 5 o'clock in the morning, man. That's crazy.
Good morning.
Yeah.
In the morning. No, this is Danny's payback.
It is. It's a payback because for the guys that didn't know, we're on drinks on last Friday. You know, started 4 o'clock my time, which is about 6 o'clock in Australia, and we went until like 3:30, 4 o'clock my time, and I was drinking the blue drinks, man. It was crazy. So that's like 12 hours straight. 12 hours straight. But that's the thing about having you know, team members in different parts of the world. I've always got to make myself available.
Team members that are drunkards.
Oh yeah, we're all drunks, mate.
We're just your average people, man.
Yeah, you know.
So good. So good.
We're not sitting here in suits and ties, guys, and that's the good thing that you need to know about this as well. We're normal everyday people that you know, this is for everyone. So
living off divs.
That's it. Living off divs, man. Buying stuff.
Div life. Div life, baby. Yeah.
Well, we've just had like a huge number of people just start coming on, man.
Nice.
It's crazy. And I'm thinking, 2 hours in, okay, people in the US
Everybody's
are going to be starting to sleep and
we're ending it.
Yeah, you know, but hey, guys, anyone that's out there watching, please ask us some questions if you want to, and we'll do the best we can to answer those questions for you.
Hey, you got some big guns over here in front of
you. Yeah,
me,
man, big guns like
ask.
Those guys. I'm just the little guy. I'm the little Alaktrician sitting here in the back, just hosting the stream. You know?
I'm just a teaching student going to.
Oh, there
you go.
Hey man, I'm a 9 to 5 salesman.
No, we talked about some good stuff. There was a lot of good stuff on the stream. I'm happy. Happy Folly, you were able to enlighten the viewers on many important topics, going deep into the system. That's what I like. So,
thanks, man. I mean, I love doing this.
Really appreciate
it. I like I said, I don't like talking to everybody.
This is the perfect business, though. This is a perfect business for introverts. Because you don't have to talk to anybody, right? You don't have to talk to anybody.
Just talk to each other.
Yeah, I don't like meetings. I don't like whatever. I just want to make money. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect for introverts. People who don't like people. Here's your business.
Yeah. But you know, even like this, when we do have like our Zoom calls and stuff like that, it's just all casual chat. You know,
oh man,
and awesome. Even when we're setting new people up, and I'm talking to people and helping them get onto like Binance or just to put in their money, and then setting up MetaMask and stuff like that. It's always just a casual conversation, and I think that's important too. You know,
it's natural.
It's not intimidating.
Correct.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Correct.
And as we keep saying in our Zoom calls, it's like a facial exercise. You're constantly smiling, and this side of your face starts to hurt.
Get too many wrinkles, smile wrinkles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you run out of money shopping all the dips.
Oh yeah, we're in the same shopping spree right now. And, yeah.
That's right. Exactly. So, so guys, yeah. Hey, we'll probably hold for another like 5 or 10 minutes on this. So if you're out there, please take that opportunity now to ask us questions. Otherwise, in about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll
watch the whole thing. This is good stuff.
Yeah, go back to watch it. And again, my offer is out there. So if someone wants to go through and watch it and take timestamps of important topics that we've discussed, please message me. I will put the link to my TG Telegram down in the bottom. Message me, and I'll give you some drip. You know, not saying it's going to be huge amounts.
Yeah, sure. No. Let's contribute that. Sure. Let's do a pool.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, just tell me how much.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh, Daffy, that was another thing too. Sorry, I know this is kind of internal, but I know I did that one buddy, one drip promotion. Yeah, you still got some.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, no, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do that offline later.
Yeah, we'll do that offline.
Yeah, sure.
But I'll use some drip, buddy.
Cool. Cheers.
You've been kicking ass. That's why you've been kicking butt, man. Good for you.
Thank you very much.
Keep going.
That's awesome. Hang on.
Good job, Daffy. It's
man.
Yeah, man.
That's how you do it.
And you're brand new. We're only talking about how many months, right? How many months? And I know that this is a long-term thing, but the amount of earnings that people have made in a matter of months, literally months, it's just ridiculous. You talk about 1 year. If I roll for 1 year, it becomes like 3,000 whatever %. But come on, man, we're only like what? 4 months into this.
April 22. Yeah, that's about.
Yeah.
That's it.
Kidding me?
It's almost 130 days because this kicked off in what? January, March, April 22nd. Yeah. April 22nd. So we're 129 days today.
Wow. Yes. And for people who are still not in, just start.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my family, I've been, it's different with my family, my sisters and my dad. I'm like, just do it. Just trust me. Right? Like I like we have that relationship. Oh, if it fails, I failed you way too many times. So this is no different. But no, I was telling my sister, like, just start. And it's true. Like, you want to, she goes, well, what if I put in, say $1,000? I said, you could. And however, the strategy that I like to take usually is kind of a consistent deposit. Think of it as a mutual fund or a retirement savings fund where you're consistently depositing money into this fund, this retirement fund. You could do it that way. You choose how much whatever you could afford, whatever you want. So at least no matter what the price is doing, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put in my $50, $100 a month, right? Yep. Do it that way. It's really up to you. Whatever you're going to be the most comfortable with, whatever it's not going to hurt your pocket or nothing, right? But just start. Yes, the more money you put in, the faster you're going to get there. That's just math, right? Yeah. But you can start with anything, really. One drip. Jeez, Forex did that, and the reason I know we push for that because people here in this country, I mean, $30 or whatever, it's when it hit $59, it was like, if I try to come up with 10 drip, that's a little hard. That's like more than a month's salary in this country that we're in right now, right? That we're staying. Yeah. So bring it down to one drip, he did everybody a huge favor. But now we got the people, right? You could get people in, everyday people, anybody, right? Yep. Don't tell me you don't have $30, man. $20 or $19. Well, what's that at now? Whatever it's at, right?
And even if you don't, there's always a way. I mean, let's go back. I'm putting it out there myself. I mean, I've been around other things, but for example, flow, right? Flow and drip. Drip, I've started from nothing, zero coming out of my own pocket. Flow, I came in with $163, and Eric knows this, right? $163, and that came at a time when my normal businesses, I shut down in March last year because of COVID. Okay, so even that $163 at that time, it was difficult for me to get together.
Yep, that's right.
But here I am living off this shit today.
Your first deposit was $40. And again,
Yes,
this is
that's
a story
right.
I tell
$40.
everybody I share this with, because you're the use case that I talk about all the time. I use an example because here's a guy who had $40 to come up. He had problems coming up with $40, but now look at him.
I did.
He's literally living off crypto dividends in a matter of what, 8 months, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's awesome. These are the stories that make me happy, man.
And more than just living. More than just living.
No, you're not just living, bro. No. No. When I say living off dividends, I mean living off dividends, buddy. You're a baller right now, man. Got too many toys out there. Yeah.
Awesome,
but that is the beautiful thing, right? You know, that is the beautiful thing. And again, you can just be anyone, man. I mean, you know, I'm nothing special, but I mean, I have a bit of a following and stuff. And everyone, especially with things that have happened with the pandemic over the last year and a half, you know, a lot of people are not in the position that they thought that they would be.
Correct.
You know, and so what do? You just sit there and cry about it, or do you actually try to make something happen? And that's the decision I made. I thought, hey, I've got to do something and get myself back on track. And bro, there's no looking back. There's no looking back, you know? So, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right, Eric. $40, man.
That was your
$40
deposit,
is what I started with.
Yep.
And the max I ever put in was $163, but $40, bro.
Wow.
That was
I
it.
was telling you, just start. Just start.
Yep.
It doesn't matter where you start. Everybody has to
That's
start
it.
somewhere. So don't feel bad if you only got the $40 or, you know, don't feel bad. Just start.
Yeah, man.
That's all you got to do.
You know, that's it right there. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But here I am. I'm having a freaking great time, man. and you
toys
just
every day, man.
oh man, and there's like the positive vibe that just comes from it. That more than anything is amazing. You know, the positivity that it brings to your life. And I'm not even talking about the money, man. Just being around positive people, because you know, these people that come in the beginning, they're a little bit skeptical. Once they see what it's actually doing, their smile just goes like this big, and they're always positive. And as Daffy said, man, our Zoom calls are like facial exercises, bro, because you're always just like, woo, you're pumped, you know. It's freaking amazing. So there you go. Paulo messaged earlier and he said, yeah, his battery died, and you know, daughter's coming around with Nando's chicken. And then he messaged me as well on Facebook, and he said, oh, he just shared this to like 100 different groups. So
nice.
All right, man, email us some.
Yeah, email me some of that Nando's chicken.
Yeah, dude, I missed that.
So that's
we don't
awesome.
have that out here, do we? Nando's chicken.
Nando's? No, I don't think we do. Hey, but man, KFC, they're having the thing on double downs at the moment. Do you guys get double downs in Australia and Ireland with KFC?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, dude.
Man, the KFC over there in Australia is far superior to what we have over here, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is.
Your chicken wings are like this big.
Yeah.
Over here, it's like that big. You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, come on, guys.
Man, the double downs is basically like a burger, but your bun is chicken fillet.
Oh,
It's mad.
Oh,
Dude.
It's called the American Dreams in some.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about food right now, man. I'm getting
dude, I'm hungry.
Coming up to breakfast time over here for me.
I don't eat all of those stuff like that though. Like I'm a very homemade food type of person. Like I don't like eating all those stuffs. Yeah, I mean it's good, but people eat it, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I love
okay.
Nando's though.
Once COVID's gone, we'll just head to your place, K Foley.
Yeah. When COVID's over,
we'll head to your place so you can cook for us then.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm down for that, man.
There you go.
That's awesome.
I like having people over for a meal. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the whole idea.
Yeah,
Good,
man.
good.
That's
I'll
sweet
have
as.
butlers serving us.
We're inviting ourselves.
Oh, this is beautiful. All right, guys. I don't think we're going to be getting any questions at this stage, but you know, we've gone for 2 hours, so I think that's pretty cool. We've still got 10 people watching or something. So, and I'm sure the guys will view this again later on. Thank you so much, Eric, Folly, Daffy, and Paulo, for joining on the stream, and for everyone out there that's been watching. Thank you as well. Please comment. What will happen when I end the broadcast? It'll still be up there on YouTube, but it'll take a while for it to actually load up. So, come back in an hour or so, and then you can see. And if you want to comment on that, we can do that. And yeah, man. Yeah. Exciting. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Guys, do you want to add anything?
Thanks, guys. No, very nice to meet you, Folly. We'll find another opportunity for you to yell at BT. We'll find another opportunity. You'll come for sure.
Actually, guys, I'm gonna.
No, that's done.
I'm done with
that. Yeah, we're done. And it's great because those are lessons, right? Those are good lessons that we've learned, and if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. So I mean, it's good.
Yeah,
good experience.
Well, I'm gonna let's try to do these live streams like at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, which is good, And then if anyone does ask questions between now and then, we'll bring those up when we're doing the live streams, and we'll address those for people. Cool. I think. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, guys. Thank you again. I'm going to end the broadcast. You guys will still be on there with me just for a second when I end the broadcast, and we'll have a quick discussion before that, before we actually go off. But hey guys, for anyone out there on the live, thank you. We'll speak with you again real soon. Yeah. Much love.
Do it.
Peace.